Hello, how are you? It's me. So, you finally passed this driving test. Well done. It's brilliant, isn't it? That feeling, if you could put it in a bottle and sell it, you'd make a fortune. So really, 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 really well done. You stuck at it, we kept going, we got over the disappointments that came, we got over the setbacks, we got over the sort of, oh Jesus, I can't do this days. You kept going. And it's truly excellent that you've landed that sort of, that dream, that freedom that's now, it's yours, it's there. So I'm really proud of what you've done, and you've passed, and I'm, in a way, I guess I'm sad to see you go, but that's the beauty of it, isn't it? My good friend Steve stood up at my wedding 2018, and he's done his little speech, and one of the things he said was, "You're in a strange business." He's like, you know, you're really good at what you do, and you get results, and people come to you when they've had failures and all the rest of it, but you're in the business where success means you actually lose your customers. It's true though, isn't it? You go on to better things. I guess I'll get you to the day we don't need me anymore. And it's really kind of uplifting to see the change in so many of you, in all of you, but more so in some of you, from where you are to where you were, and all the in-betweens. So really, really, I'm delighted that you've won. They spoke at the end of your test, and probably it was a blur, and you heard loads of words, and you're like, ugh. So you got a test email, a test result by email, and we would have plugged in yours or mum or dad's email address for the driving test result. It definitely wouldn't be mine. And right at the beginning of the test, when you signed the iPad, they showed you the email. So is this where you wanted to send the test result to? So have a read of it if it's interesting to you. What it could tell you is the number of sort of faults you had. Why would you want to know that? Well, it could be bragging rights, couldn't it? It could be you saying to Uncle Bob, look, I only got 2 minor faults, look at me, woo. Sometimes in a good-hearted way, I mean, you never want to be mean to anyone, but in a good-hearted way, you can say to Dad, oh, you got 4 and I got 3, look at me, I'm the champion. And so you got that. If they took your license from you, your green license, then your pink one is on the way. So what they would have done is gone back inside, cut it in half, pushed a few buttons, ping, off it goes to the DVLA, the license people, who then will knock up your pink license and they'll post it to you. They say 10 to 12 working days is average. You can have to allow up to 20, but usually 3 weeks is a bad week at the DVLA for licenses, but it could be really quick. You're now subject to the new Drivers Act, and what that simply means, I guess, is you're a trainee, you're a probationer, and what that means is if you were to pick up 6 points or more inside 2 years, then they could, if they wanted to, take your license off from you and make you do everything again, theory test, the whole shebang. So you might think, oh, you've got to be some major criminal to get points in your license. No, you don't have to. There's the obvious things like speeding, but you could run a traffic light by accident, you could get a red light camera, you could get a box junction offence, you could be driving in a place you're not supposed to, going down a one-way street the wrong way. Innocent mistakes that are judgmental in a minute. Oh God, I wasn't thinking. But it doesn't make you, you know, Al Capone. It just means that you could have made a mistake, and it could cost you points. One of the common ones might be, you know, you're driving along and then PC Plod pulls you over. Hello, you all right? What, you go, yeah. Oh yeah, I noticed you got a brake light out there. Did you know? Oh no. If they want to be difficult, they can give you points for driving a vehicle that's defective. Chances are they won't. They'll probably go get it fixed and you'll be on your way. But then they go, hang on a minute. What's this tinted windows you've done here? You've made this home tinted windows thing. Oh, that's not allowed. Oh, what about this tyre? And then they start looking, and when they start looking, if you get pulled over, they will find something: bald tyre, defective windscreen wiper, number plates that are hooky because you put a little screw in it to make it look like the word George or something. So yeah, don't go down that rabbit hole. And I'm not saying you would, but what I'm trying to get you to think about is you don't have to be America's Most Wanted to get points on your license, and it follows you around for years. Points on your license means that your insurer will whack the price up next year. They might even change it this year, depending on the plan you've got. it might prevent you from getting that job at work. Oh, you know, oh, sorry, your driving license got points on. We can only give it to someone with no points. It could be a thing. It could stop you hiring a car. If you're old enough to hire a car, you go to the airport and they check your license the way I did when I met you. And go, oh, what's this? Points. And it could be prohibited. So, yeah. So that's all the reasons why we don't do it. So they either took your license from you, as I said, or you held on to it for some reason. And if you do, you've got to send it off, which is a bit of a hassle, really. I'd truly recommend to you, and I would have said before, let them take your license from you if that's an option. So if you got to do it, you got to send your certificate and you got to send your license, and I'd encourage you to take photos of both before you post anything. Send it recorded. So yeah, so now the world's your oyster. You can go and drive anywhere. You can go on the motorway if you want. Now, you may have heard of something called Pass Plus. Pass Plus is a scheme that used to have real upside, but now it has some upside. And the real upside used to be you got some skills. That's always important. You got to drive in environments that you might not have experienced on lessons. The dark, the motorways being the most obvious, perhaps, depending on where you learned, country roads, maybe you went nowhere near them, maybe weather conditions that are adverse. And all of that can only be a good thing. More experience is good, surely. They used to give you, if you did 6 hours, you had to do 6 hours minimum. But someone like me did it, and then we contacted them, and then they issued you a certificate, and then you then take that along to your insurer and go, ooh, and they go, oh yeah, and they take some money off. But I can't think of an insurance company I've ever looked at, and I've checked loads, that give you a discount for Pass Plus no more. They used to, but they don't. So there's not the financial side. The skills bit is worth doing, but the financial side isn't what it used to be. So if you want extra sessions, and if you kept your lessons, remember I've been banging on about it for ages, lessons pass your test, you could use one of these for motorway driving or whatever. You might ring me and say, oh, I'm getting a car and I'm really worried because I just, you know, just want you to come around with me or whatever. And I can do that if we can arrange it. So yeah, that's what life's like now. So you've now got a full license in category B1. If you passed in a manual car, you can drive manual and you can drive auto, which includes electric. If you passed in an auto, you can only drive auto unaccompanied. You are still a learner, an L learner in a manual car. Now, you might not ever want to drive a manual car, and you know, so be it. But further down the track, if you want to get manual out of the way, come back to me and I'll try and help you. And if you ever want to pass a manual test, having only passed an auto test, that's going to need a phone call to the DVLA to book a test, because you can't do it electronically. So let me get back to the beginning, the purpose of this. Well done on passing that test. It's really, truly excellent that you have. I'm really pleased that we got the result that you wanted. Even if it was our first, second or 10th try, the important bit is you never gave up. That you gave your best, you tried your hardest, and for those reasons, the result took care of itself. So thank you, good luck with everything you do next. It would be massively helpful and really kind if you could leave reviews for me. The most powerful ones, and the ones that really help me most, are a video-based review. Tap it up on your iPhone or whatever. You know, any length of time really, 30 seconds, a minute, minute and a half, just say what you feel. If it's under a minute, I can stick it on Google, I think, and that's fine. If it's over a minute, it can sit on my Facebook page and people can play it. But they really love watching other people's testimonials to help them decide if I'm the right person to help them. So that's like the best version of a review that I can get. And what also is just as powerful, but doesn't always have the same power, is written ones. Written ones are excellent, but sometimes people's words and expressions bring something to life. But I will have sent you the places where I live in social media land. So Facebook being one, Google being another, and a website that for a company I do work with in terms of national company that teaches driving. So all of those, it could be the same words, you know, you can copy and paste it, and I'll send you the links to do it. And if you can do all that, it is massively helpful. And I guess one other thing I've thought about, I'm always coming up with how can I do things different. One of the other things, if you'd be interested in 6 months or a year from now, let me know how you're getting on, then let me know, because I want to do a Where Are They Now feature. And what that would look like is a year from now or so on, you get in touch, or I get in touch with you, and we find out how you're getting on, and maybe you can give another update, like, oh my god, it's a year, I've got this job, and I've moved house, and I'm doing all these things I never could have done because I passed my test. And that you might be the inspiration of someone else. Imagine that you're the reason why someone decides they're going to take up driving, because you've, in your testimonial, maybe you've said how nervous you were, how sick in your stomach you used to feel when you went on lessons, if that were true, how you got through it, how I might have helped you get through it, what resources did you use, what was tactics, tips, whatever, and then you might pass on the good luck that someone else might enjoy. So thank you for working with me. I'm delighted that you've passed, and I will see you soon, hopefully. Bye bye.